So, to do the outside reading project, go to the main page for the class, scroll down to the very bottom. Click this link, Sci Fi Outside Reading Project. That will take you to this page. At the top, you have a list of resources to help you get ebooks, audiobooks, and to help you safely get physical hard copy books from your local library. Underneath that, you have the packet. The packet starts off with a list of suggested books. You do not have to choose your outside reading project book from this list of suggested books. However, if you do decide to choose a book that is not on the list of recommended books, all I ask is that you run it by me first. Just let me know which book it is you want to read, and I will either approve or not approve that book. I just want to make certain of two things. First, that it actually is a science fiction novel and not a novel of some other genre like fantasy. And second, that it is of an appropriately challenging reading level. So not, for example, The Giver, which is a science fiction novel, but is more developmentally appropriate for students in middle school rather than high school. Underneath the list of suggested books, we have an explanation of the analytic portion of the outside reading project. And underneath that, we have the dozen or so different options for the creative portion. Many of these involve creative writing. Some lend themselves to art or music. There are a lot of different options. And underneath the creative portion options is my exemplar, which I did on Lord of the Flies, which is a science fiction book. Underneath the packet, you have the template. This is the most important document. This is the one that you need to use. Once you have opened this document, you just simply follow the directions in it. So here, literally just replace this sentence with your first name followed by your last name. So you do that. And here, you just put either period 1 or period 2. Sci Fi ORP analytic portion, done on. Literally just replace this italicized text with the title of your ORP book and keep it italicized, since all book titles are always italicized. So you do that. By, here literally just replace the text of this sentence with the name of the author of your ORP book. So you do that. You will notice that I am not altering any of the red text. It's red like a stop sign or a stop light. It means stop, do not mess with this. So leave any red text completely alone, work around it. So point of view, the point of view of literally just replace this italicized text with the title of your ORP book and keep it italicized, since all book titles are always italicized. And again, you do that. Is, red, leave it alone. And then here, you would put the point of view, like that. Here, in one or more sentences, write your analysis of what effect the author using that particular point of view or points of view has on the book. Answer the question, what does it allow the reader to know and or what does it conceal from the reader or mislead the reader about? So again, you would do that. Just like that. Once you have completed the point of view section, you will submit this document to Canvas on the due date for that part of the outside reading project. I will then tell you what corrections to make. You'll make those corrections, and then on the next due date, you will simply open up the same exact Word document, scroll down to the next section, the settings section, and do the same thing. The setting of the novel is in, and so on. Once you've completed the settings section, you will submit this same exact Word document to Canvas again. On that resubmit, you will have made every single change I told you to make to the first section, the point of view section, and you will also now include your new settings section. Then I will give you corrections, feedback for the settings section. You will apply those changes, make all the corrections I've told you to make to the settings section, and on the next due date, for the next part of this, you will again open up the same exact Word document, scroll down to the next section, protagonist and antagonist, and complete that section, and so on. The point of all of this is to make certain that by the time the final due date for the final draft comes around, I will have already seen the majority of your outside reading project and given you feedback and corrections to get it into really good shape, so that you not only wind up with a passing grade, but a really good grade. By the time the final due date comes around, just before winter break, we should already have taken care of basically the entire analytic portion, and the only part you'll have to worry about will be the creative portion. If you want to know how to correctly format your quotations, you have a few different options. Within this document itself, I have covered every single possible quoting scenario. So, if you simply read through this entire document, you can see that I not only give you very specific directions for how to quote whatever it is that you need to quote, I also format those directions as if they were quotations to demonstrate to you what a correctly formatted quotation of each kind is supposed to look like. If you want other options for learning how to correctly format your quotations, you can also go back to the Canvas course's main page. And from that main page, again, scroll down to the 9 helpful resources. And you have movies on how to quote anything, and Word document templates on how to quote anything. If you click on the movies, all you have to do is figure out which of these movies is applicable to what it is that you want to quote. Then click on the movie and watch it. Each movie shows you exactly how to correctly format whatever it is that you need to quote. If you use the Word document templates, again, all you have to do is figure out which of these applies to whatever it is that you're trying to quote. Then you click that document, download it, read through it, and once again, it tells you very specifically exactly how to correctly format the quotation that you are needing to format correctly, and also demonstrates what the finished product will actually look like. You can also find those same links on the Sci Fi Outside Reading Project page, here and here. Once you have finished your outside reading project, including inserting your creative portion into the bottom part of this Word document, if possible, you're going to submit the entire thing as one document to Canvas before the due date, December 18th, 2020.